Hello creepy people and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be doing the March 2021 Horror Pack unboxing. If you guys do not know what Horror Pack is a horror movie subscription service where every month you get 4 new DVD and or Blu-rays, and they are all horror movie genre related. You have no idea what you're gonna get. Some of them are really good and some of them are really bad. Subscription boxes like this are a really great way to kind of like expand your horizons on different types of horror movies. So I think they're really great. They're a lot of fun. So before we do that, we are going to be going over the movies that we got in the month of February, which we have a lot to talk about. If you guys are interested in checking out Horror Pack for yourself, I will have a link right at the top of the description box. It's not an affiliate link, don't worry, I'm not making any money off of your clicks. It's just a link for you guys to easily access the site and see if Horror Pack is something for you. So the first movie that I want to talk about, and this one I was really excited about, and that is the movie Yummy. I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars. It was okay, but basically the whole premise of this movie is these two women go to like a plastic surgeon. One wants a breast reduction and the other woman is getting like lipo or a tummy tuck or something like that. And the girl's boyfriend, you know, goes with her for kind of like moral support. And while he is waiting for her to like have the surgery or whatever, he finds this zombie in the basement and he doesn't realize that it's a zombie, so he basically sets her free and then she runs rampant all throughout the hospital, and soon enough the entire hospital is just running rampant with zombies everywhere. People are getting infected and it's just like it's a fucking mess. And there is a lot of, you know, nudity, there's a lot of sexual humor in this movie, which I find very funny. There were a couple really funny parts that had me and my boyfriend just rolling. The part where the guy's penis catches on fire, like it's just, and falling off. I know it sounds crazy, but that's literally what happens in this movie. That was honestly pretty funny. But as, you know, the movie goes on, it turns out that the main doctor slash surgeon knows about what's going on. It's kind of like this whole experiment thing he's working on. It's a crazy movie. Like there's always something happening. There's always something going on. The music and the zombie makeup was really good. Really creepy. I absolutely loved that part of it. And the ending was kind of like an oh shit moment. So it wasn't one of my favorite movies, but it was pretty good. So I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars. The next one I want to talk about is the Jack Ketchum's movie The Lost. This one I was really excited for. I also watched this one with my boyfriend, and it turns out that this movie is kind of based on a true story that happened in America, which I did not realize. This one I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars, not because it was a bad movie. Basically, it's about a guy named Ray Pye. It started out with he killed 2 women at a campground, and Ray Pye is actually a very disturbed individual. He's kind of like a sexual sadist, manipulative, narcissistic piece of shit human being. Years later, after he kills those 2 girls at a campground, it's kind of all coming back to haunt him, and there's like an open investigation going on, and there's all this stuff, and people are starting to look at Ray as like a suspect. And an investigation like that arises and you are, you know, the #1 suspect in it. Obviously that is going to take a major hit on your mental health. The guy who does play Ray Pye, his name is Mark Center. He did so fabulous in this movie. He was a really fabulous actor. I feel like he portrayed the character of Ray Pye really well, even though the character for me personally was a little bit disturbing, and that's kind of why I gave it a low rating, because I've known people like him, and I still have like PTSD to this day about people like him, and I don't know. So it just, the movie kind of made me uncomfortable. Like the overall like narcissism and manipulation and the compulsive liar characteristics really kind of struck home with somebody that I used to know, and it just really kind of made me uncomfortable. There is a lot of nudity and sex in this movie, which, you know, I don't feel like it's a bad thing. It has a very kind of artsy feel to it. The ending I thought was really, really good as well. The next movie I want to talk about is the Horror Pack Limited Edition from February, and that is the movie Werewolf. I gave this one 1.5 out of 5 stars. It is a foreign film. It was made in the Netherlands, and you did have to read subtitles the whole time, which honestly, that really doesn't bother me. I don't mind foreign films. Even when I watch just like, you know, American TV, I have the subtitles on anyway because my hearing is just shot. So this movie takes place in 1945 during the time of World War II and the concentration camps and everything that was going on in Germany at this time. Basically, all of the surviving children from one of the concentration camps were taken to kind of like a safe house where they had a woman of the house kind of taking care of them. They didn't have much water, they didn't have much food. It was really kind of sad to see what times may have been like back then. Like, I seriously can't imagine. I learned a lot about the Holocaust and concentration camps in school, and it's one of the most tragic events in history. Like, it's absolutely horrible what happened. Unfortunately, the woman of the house, or the woman that is taking care of these children, gets killed by a werewolf. Now, the movie is called Werewolf, and I was expecting, you know, like the typical, you know, American Werewolf in London, where it was just this big, oversized, creepy looking werewolf thing, but that's not really the case. The werewolves in this movie were just like German shepherds or different types of shepherds. Just weren't really werewolves. They were basically just these like rabid dogs that used to belong to like SS soldiers back in those days, and they found this house and they found kids that were living there, and they got really hungry and they just wanted to kill everyone. So basically the movie is all about them having to fight off these werewolves and kind of having to fend for themselves, you know, feed themselves, make sure they have water, make sure they don't get killed by these dogs. The ending I thought was very ironic. I really did like the ending a lot. It was kind of slow, it was kind of boring. There weren't really too many very exciting parts in this movie. This character, I forget his name. I feel like it started with a W. I can't remember. It was a different name that I really don't know how to pronounce. His character was so strange to me, and I couldn't really figure him out. The one thing that did stick out to me about his character is he was able to kind of figure out a way to control the dogs by speaking German to them. I thought that was pretty cool, but his character was so weird to me. Like, I don't even know how to like describe it. And then the very last movie that I want to review for you guys from the February pack is this one, and this one is called Panic, or Satanic Panic. This one I gave 3 out of 5 stars. This one is kind of like a horror comedy. We have a lot of like well-known actors and actresses in it, which I thought was really cool. Honestly, I did not find this movie funny at all. Like, the humor was there, but it wasn't my kind of humor. Like, it didn't make me laugh at all. I didn't find any of the parts very funny. The beginning of this movie, I really didn't like it, but as the movie went on and on and on and on, like from maybe, you know, 1/3 of the way through the rest, like, it got a lot better, honestly. Basically, it is about a group of, you know, Satanists, which is fine, you know, do you. But basically they have to sacrifice a virgin, and they find this girl who's like a pizza delivery driver, and she shows up at their house, and it just, you know, it just goes fucking awry. And then, you know, they kidnap her. She ends up giving birth to like 2 fuzzy bunnies. It's just like, there's a lot in this movie, and it wasn't that bad. It was a very strange movie. The ending was really cool. The gore was really cool. It wasn't really scary though. I wouldn't really consider this a horror movie, but maybe that's just me. Maybe my definition of horror is just different than everyone else's, but storyline kept up. It made sense. Some of the scenes really didn't need to be in here. Some of the storytelling was a little unnecessary, but overall, you know, it was okay. Now that we have all of the reviews out of the way, we can go ahead and unbox the March 2021 pack. I'm so excited. I have no idea what we're gonna get. Let's open up the March pack. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Hopefully we get some good ones. I feel like January was really good and February was okay, so hopefully March is a good month. To open it up, as you can see, we have 4 new Blu-rays in here. It looks like we have another one with the slipcover, and we're going to start in the very middle this time, so I'm going to take this one out. And the very first movie that we got for March 2021 is It is the Horror Pack Limited Edition Blu-ray. This one is called After Dark. Here is what the cover of this one looks like. Let's go ahead and read what it says on the back, and maybe we can get more of an idea of what we're looking at here. So on the back it says, spring break for 7 college students is derailed with one wrong turn. A flat tire on a deserted road leaves them stranded after dark in the company of a menacing drifter who may or may not be trying to help. As night falls and friends start to disappear, those that remain are forced to head into the open desert to find help or become the victims of an unseen killer. Okay, so I have not seen this movie before, but it sounds a lot like the movie The Butcher. If you guys have ever seen that movie, I'm kind of getting like similar vibes with that one. The whole storyline of this actually sounds really good. Let's just hope that the scenes and the actors are just as good as the storyline. It looks like this was made in 2014. So the next one we are going to take out is the one with the slip cover, because those, I don't know, man, there's something about slip covers that always intrigues me. The second movie that we got for March 2021 is, ta-da, Critters Attack. Okay, so I have heard of these movies before. I do not believe I have ever seen any of the Critters movies. Here's what the cover art of this one looks like. This one looks like it's gonna be a little bit silly to me. Like, this doesn't look like it's gonna like scare me another way, because critters and stuff like that don't really scare me. So let's go ahead and see what it says on the back. So on the back it says, mysterious alien critters have crash landed in a small college town. A lot of college movies. Devouring every living thing they encounter. Drea and the kid she's babysitting must try desperately to save themselves from the ravenous rolling beasts. Will Drea discover her inner badass, or will it be enough to stop the critter onslaught? Okay, so again, this actually sounds really entertaining. I like stories like that where it's kind of like survival and just badassery all around. I'm actually kind of excited to see this. Again, I've never seen any of the other Critter movies. I think there's like a couple of them or a few of them. Okay guys, we are almost done. We have 2 movies left, and I'm gonna take the one off of the very top here. The third movie that we got is Killer Movie. Okay, this one is with Kaylee Cuoco, Jason London, Nestor Carbonell, and Leighton Meester. I've definitely heard of these people before, but I just can't like think of their names. So here's what the cover of this one looks like. I'm assuming this movie is about killers. You know, killer movie. This one was made in 2008. I've never even heard of this movie before, but I think this guy is from, what the fuck is it? Vampire Diaries, I think it is. And I think she is, oh, what is she from? The Big Bang Theory. I think she's from that show. Let's go ahead and see what it says on the back. It says, in the world of reality TV, producer Seton Brookstone is used to handling spoiled celebrities, testy crews, and unexpected setbacks. But no one is prepared when the shooting crew finds itself stranded in the remote northern town with the killer on the loose. As past suspicions, betrayals, and secrets are revealed, the nightmare shooting this reality show becomes all too real for director Jake Tanner, his crew, and his star, Hollywood celebrity Blanca Champion. Okay, so it sounds like, this kind of sounds like the one Halloween H2O, or not H2O, Halloween Resurrection. Is that the one where they're like shooting this like reality show with Michael Myers, but it turns out the real Michael Myers is there and he's killing people and everyone thinks it's a show, but it's not a show. You know what I'm talking about? This movie was made in 2008, which I do have a lot of hope for, because I feel like movies back then, like around that time, were pretty good for the most part. So I do have a lot of hope for that. Guys, so far, all the movies we've been getting are movies I've never heard of before, I've never seen before. So I think that is pretty cool. We have one final movie left, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. The final movie is, oh, okay, this one sounds interesting. The next one we got, and the final one, is Child of Satan. And I don't think I've ever seen this movie or heard of it. Sounds interesting, but sometimes movies like this can be a little bit cheesy, not even gonna lie about it. This was made in 2016. Again, I've never even heard of it. So on the back it says, after an accident during her baby shower, Allison, a dedicated nurse, is rushed to the hospital. After the birth of her son, strange events emerge, vivid dreams and unexplained killings. Okay, so this kind of sounds like maybe like a Rosemary's Baby, Omen, type situation, which I'm here for. I'm living for it. I'm actually really excited to see this movie. Fingers crossed that it's good and it's not too cheesy, because as soon as like cheesy stuff in these kind of movies starts to happen, I just lose interest almost immediately. So, okay guys, so those were all of the movies that we got for the March 2021 unboxing. Really excited to see all of these. I think the two that I'm most excited to see are Critters Attack and Child of Satan. And I'm not even gonna lie about it, I'm excited about the Horror Pack limited edition. I feel like this sounds really, really good. So, as always, I will watch these movies and I will report back to you guys next month and let you know what I think of them. Really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did and you are a horror movie fan like myself, make sure you go down and give this video a huge thumbs up. Also, if you are new to my channel and this is the first video of mine that you are seeing, make sure you go down, hit that red subscribe button. I do upload every 3 to 4 days here. But as the rest of you, I love you guys so very much, and I will see you very soon in my next video. And as always, stay creepy. I love you guys. Bye! Mwah.